What's going on, guys? Callum in. I've done it again! My god. I'm Callum, welcome to 4 Gaming, and this is a Scholomance new instance that will be updated for Mr. Pandaria. It's the new article, they've updated everything. They've even made level 40 doesn't look like 85 one, which I think is a bug in the current patch 4.0.1. Right, let's get straight into the game, shall we? Okay. You know what? Let's just get straight into it. Let's kill these guards. Pow. Pow. Kazdoosh. Now let's turn that down, There we go. Let's go. Let's do this. I think the skull should come through. Here we go. Do try to keep yourself alive until the end. We're coming for you, Chill Heart. Time for payback. Now let's clear the room before we encounter the boss. Let's do doing this for every single instance I'm trying to do. I'm trying to check any other low instances that have been updated for saying Mr. Pandaria or any other stuff, but I don't think there is. I think this will be the last one. Now let's look through some of the abilities Instructor Chillheart has. Course, Introduction to the Dark Arts. Instructor Chillheart, journey from Northern to teach aspiring necromancers discipline, harshly punishing for those who disappoint her. She commands the icy chill of the North, who masterfully uses Scholomance libraries to deadly effect. Stage 1. First lesson. This will be divided into 2 stages. Ice Wall. This is deadly and is very important. You should remember this one. Instructor Chillheart summons a wall of ice that slowly sweeps across the room, instantly killing any player it touches. Remember to keep in mind of that one. The next one is Ice Wrath. Instructor Chillheart wreathes a player in ice for 10 seconds, causing them to inflict 300 frost damage to all their allies within 2 yards every second. The next one is a tanking alert and it's called Touch of the Grave. Instructor Chillheart Icy Touch. Touch the next target for 10 melee attacks, inflicts an additional 600 frost damage. Next one is Frigid Grasp. Instructor Chillheart summons an ice at a player location that explodes from the ground and inflicts 750 frost damage to all nearby players. God, that's a mouthful. That's what she said. That's what she said. Apologies about that. Stage 2. Second lesson. When Instructor Chillheart's physical body dies, the foul magic that animated her escapes back into her phylactery. Fragments of Instructor Chillheart's soul escape, but the phylactery animates the tome magic throughout the classroom. The Anarchist's Arcanist. Arcane Bomb. The Arcanist creates an orb magic that explodes on impact, inflicting 500 arcane damage to all players within 2 yards. Antonida's Self-Help Guide to Standing in Fire. Burn. Antonida's Self-Help Guide to Standing in Fire inflicts 500 frost damage to all players within 2 yards of it. And then the shadow produces 500 shadow damage within 2 yards. Now let's clear the room. Oh, I wonder if we encounter the bot. Oh! Why are you trying to make a stand, you little elf? Elves can't make stands. They don't know what they're doing. Stupid elves. Now, let's encounter the boss, shall we? Okay. Okay, this is what they call. This is the ice wave of ice. Okay. Yeah, this is that's Ice Wall. Now beware of her abilities. So you have to kill her very quickly in order to stop the phase. Example, see now it will slowly keep weaving across the room. Touch of the Grave will create an orb of thing around you. Touch of the Grave will stack and increases the Touch of Death, inflicting 600 frost damage. Let's end her quickly, and the wave of ice should disappear. Now, sleeve. See, all the books will suddenly come to life. You have to walk around the room and while destroying the phylactery, just so you will not get hit by anything that's coming at you. I think it's a very good encounter and it's pretty good. I'm afraid it can be. And as you get some nice rewards. And this one is Grave Touch Greatsword, which is some of a DPS and can be a tanking sword. Let's carry on. They generally have greatly done this. We had this one up. Now we're going to the room where the Candlestick Mages are. The Candlestick Mages are Masters of Illusion and all that good stuff. And here we are entering the Hall of Illusions. And through them all. Flame Strike! Just kill all of them. Just to kill the animated corpses that remain. Now let's end these candlestick mages. The master of the candles are not good enough. I still not get over the fact, why candlestick? It's a fucking candle. Come on, die, you little bitch. Last time I tried to record this, I ended up trying to pull the boss, but killed the boss instead. So I talked through all the thing, I couldn't show you the cool mechanics that she had. Like G had. No. This one is not a very, it's an important fight, but it's not very, like, complex. It's more like crammed into 2 little spells. This is the lore. Jandis Barov, Course Advanced Illusions. Barrow's spirit lurked in the reckless recesses of Scholomance for years, but now she's taken a more active role in educating the next generation of Magi. Her vast knowledge of illusions has made her both a valued educator and a dangerous opponent to anyone foolish enough to draw her fire. Now, this first one is Monstrous Gravity, and it's a tank alert, so the tank should remember this one. Jandis rears her staff back with a flash of wondrous arcane force, unleashing a barrage of attack that inflicts 300 arcane damage and a cone in front of her, so the person that's tanking should remember that. Phantasmal images. This is very important. At 66 and 33% health, Jandis Barov disappears into thin air, creating multiple illusions of herself. Destroying the one illusion Jandis hides behind forces her back into the fray. This is generally a tank fight. The tanks should be very worried in this fight, and the healers, should try to back this up. Whirl of Illusion. Jandis hides behind amongst multiple illusions of herself, dancing in a whirl of illusion that inflicts 99.50 arcane damage to all enemies every 1 second. So, and as always, the loot looks like level 80 ones. I mean, come on! I want my warrior to have a shield like that. It's only level 30. No, let's do. Ta-da! That's one of the hottest accents I've ever seen. Monstrous Gravity, see? 200 arcane damage per wave. So, around level 40, I had about 5,000 health. So you'll lose about 10 to 20% of your health. Looks like she's been bummed. Let's carry on doing this, see what she does. Let's keep attacking. Now this is the part where... Now one of them is dealing a lot of damage. It's not that one, so you have to keep attacking them so you find which one it is. Oh, you fucking bitch, where are you? One of them will keep dealing damage to you, and you won't... And then that's a very short part of the phase, but you'll keep doing a lot of damage. Let's just keep... Unreal. That's a very sexy accent, can I just say. This next one is... Rattle... I'll talk through that later when I'm actually at the boss. Rattlegore. Okay.
My dear, it appears we have visitors. Friends of yours, boss?
You then, make yourselves useful and deal with
Their death only serves to empower my...
Oh god, okay, they do get pulled by these. Let's finish the room off before we actually encounter the boss and talk through its tactics and spells and all that sort of stuff. And go for a decent strat.
Have you looked in a mirror recently?
Now the room's finished off, the bones will stop summoning and you should then clear the room with the stuff you're already pulling.
Come, boss. Your fate awaits.
Now this next boss is Rattlegore. Course Reanimation 101. Rattlegore was thought to be destroyed by Anderhole, but Gandling immediately began preparation to reanimate the clattering terror so he could guard against intruders. Cutting that short, the first spell is Rusting as a tank alert. Rasagor's dull blade rusts with each successful melee attack, increasing damage by 15%, but lowering attack speed by 5, and movement speed by 5 for 15 seconds. This effect will stack. It will stack about 3 or 4 times, 15, 30, 25 and all that good stuff. I got numbers wrong completely. The next one is Bone Spike. Rasagor launched a powerful spike of bone at a random player, inflicting 600 physical damage and knocking them back a great distance. Bone armor absorbs the effect of bone spikes. Also in his Soul Flame. The souls of the dead bone weavers continue to torment the living, periodically engulfing a section of the room in Soul Flame. The flame inflicts 200 fire damage every half a second and grows in size over time. Now, bone pile, if you go to these piles of bones, they'll give you something the Death Knights have called bone bone fucking armor. And then that bone armor will stop you getting hit by this thing called, I forgot already, Bone Spike. Now let's pull the boss. Now this way. Now this is the Soul Flame. It will go across the room, and it will get bigger and bigger until you literally have no room. See as it's growing inside. Let's see what happens if we get further into the fight. Let's inflict some dots on them. Now let's add to the Bone Shield and see what it does when we actually get attacked by Bone Spike. And remember, this Soul Flame is a reoccurring thing. So it will happen every now and then, and you all should get Bone Spike. As you see, it's growing immensely in size, and it will do a lot of damage. So do be aware. There we go, that's the entire mechanic. I'm afraid it's not much, but, you know. Come on! This game takes the absolute piss, I swear to God. Okay. 11 minutes, my God. This is the next boss, and this one is Dark Master Gandling. Now, you'll be fighting Lillian Voss herself. Let's talk some mechanics she has. Lillian Voss, course re-education. First one, stage 1, fetch me their bones. Shadow Shiv. Oh my God, I'm getting so ill. I have man flu, ladies and gentlemen. Lillian leaps into a player and strikes him with both rune blades, inflicting 600 shadow damage to players within 8 yards. Death's Grasp. Lillian draws upon dark powers to put all players to her location. This one is important, it's called Dark Blaze. It periodically summons a patch of dark fire at the player's location, inflicting 100 fire damage every half a second. That's all in phase 1, let's go on to phase 2. Your soul is mine. When Lillian's health reaches 60% and her will finally breaks, Dark Master Gandling forcibly rips her anguished soul from her physical body, and then commands Lillian's soul to attack the players. Blazing Soul. Lillian's soul blazes with barely contained hatred, periodically inflicting 99 fire damage to all players. Important, Unleashed Anguish. Lillian's anguish is further unleashed when striking players in melee. For every melee strike, Lillian will unleash another barrage of Blazing Soul. However, the movement of speed of Lillian's soul is slightly increased. You should remember this one. Lillian's soul fixates on a player. She'll only be attempted to attack the player and cannot be taunted. You must let the tank get fixate anger all the time. You cannot be taunted. Nothing will generate aggro except from if you've got fixate anger. Let's move into the fight and see what she can do.
I can't fight him.
Let's keep. I love how they've added like more like sort of spells and tactics into the game. It's quite cool. Now this is Shadow Shiv, and it's dealt immense amount of damage, even though I'm level 85 and it missed. Let's wait till her physical form is broken and enters into second phase. Shadow Shiv again deals a lot of damage. Should be aware of that. Then Death's Grasp will pull her to the location right now. See. This is Dark Blaze. You should remain on the spot. We need to remain on the spot if you want to end this fight quickly. Sub Gandling, sub bro, you right? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm alright though, not bad. Just casually trying to stop the undead. like you're fucking doing.
Now, before he can.
And in this phase, you can attack them. See? Ta-da. But this time it'll have a separate amount of health. Now if we kill her physical form... See, it's already dead. This is where it enters the second phase. It can't even speak, but this is where Blazing Soul, Unleashed Anguish, and Fixate Anger. See, Fixate Anger will then fixate on me. It lasts for 4 seconds each turn, and remember there's a avoidance attack on the tank. Fixate Anger again. The person who has the most aggro will get this every single time. So be aware of this. And also when you're done, this is where the loot drops. That's generally all they have to the fight. And Unleashed Anguish purely deals fire damage, and in it I think it can stack. That was the fight, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Why let a perfectly good corpse go to waste?
And again, you can...
Will not relinquish his
Oh my god.
this world. How does it feel to watch them hack your mortal body?
And again, on this last phase, you'll just have to DPS them. It's like kind of a DPS race, this last one. Just DPS her body down, and then it should regain her mortal form, and she should end the phase by saying, "Die, Necromancer." That's how you know you've done the fight. And then this is where we lead down to Dark Master Gandling. See the map. And let's see what loot. We get. Again, we get something that looks proper fucking badass. And that was Lillian Boss, and I'll see you on the next fight. Welcome back, and we're about to show you through the Dark Master Gandling fight. As you can see, he's always showing a gland stage.
I'll use you to teach a lesson.
Now, Dark Master Gandling, Course Advanced Studies. The recent defeat in Anderhold put Dark Master Gandling in the foulest of moods, more than ever. All the students of Scholomance are advised to impress him at every turn. Pupils who dissatisfy the headmaster will be removed from class to perform lab work, or become lab work. Incinerate is a warlock spell. It will follow you and deal 349 fire damage to his current target. The next one is Immolate. Immolate burns enemy for 245 fire damage and inflicts 99 additional fire damage every 3 seconds for 21 seconds. Like classic Immolate, it will burn until it wears off. Rise. This one is very, very bad. There's a DPS alert, and people, even the range damage, should be aware of this. You should generally try to kill these down. It's called a failed student. Dark Master Gandling raises the body form students to attack the players. Dark Master Gandling teleports a random player to one of his study rooms for a harsh lesson. Study rooms. Expired test subject. The Dark Master keeps these former test subjects. I can't see it. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Nearby rooms. Attack anyone who enters their rooms. Healer alert. The Dark Master keeps the subject alive for nearby rooms for testing. Each subject suffers from explosive pain. Gandling's experiment inflicts excruciating pain on a fresh test subject. Dispelling the effect from fresh test subject unleashes an explosion of magical energy. This explosion inflicts 400 damage into expired test subject within 8 yards. So remember this for the fight, and let's see what we can do. It's in session. As you can see, it will follow you around until you are hit. End of story. As you can see here. Let's see what we can do. We can teleport us around a part of the room. Immolate's gone up. And it missed. Great. Just fantastic. What kind of a Dark Master are you? I think some only do on one person. They won't show me the second phase, but for the whole fight, I'll generally only do Incinerate and Immolate. Make sure it's only affecting the tank. Let's wait and see what we can do to him. Bosh! It seems to be doing absolutely nothing. See, there's test subjects in there, etc., etc. I don't think it's going to do anything. Nope, the fight's not interesting, but in the second phase it kind of does get quite interesting. But I'm afraid I couldn't show you that, but I hope I will do in the meantime, and as always, let's finish this. That was the Dark Master Gandling fight. See, look at the shoulders. They're trying to look like that, but yet it looks something completely different. Now that in the end, we burst the spirit and the curse is lifted. My next great adventure is about to begin. Is that a light I see? Yes, it is. That was... Now, I'll show you what happens in the second rooms quickly. See what you'll be put into one of these rooms, and it'll be filled with a different form of the fight. You have to kill every single enemy in the room in order to get out of it. One of the players will be put into these rooms, not every single one of them. So the rest will be stuck with Darkmaster Gandling and told to kill him. It'll include for this room and this room. Okay, so remember that. This fight is generally like that. Like the Scholar Crusade fight with Commander Durand. Harsh lesson is something you must remember. And this one fight, which I remember, which is deadly. What was it? I've lost what I'm doing already. Just brilliant. I think it's nice on Instructor Chillheart. Remember, the ice wall is deadly. You can't forget that in any of the fight. Okay. Let's see what happens in these other rooms, because we've never actually seen what they've changed have done to these rooms. And again, it's all the same, but it's completely empty this time, which means all the people in here have either been killed by us, or they've been wigged such an extent that Darkmaster Gandling's had to seclude them from the cult of the damned. Again, the same as all the Saints, where Butcher Kirov was. And this was the room where the instructor was. And now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and the good stuff makes me happy and encouraged to make more. And as always, take care. Bruises.